Sean. They all fake. Yeah, I sent the email, did all that. All right, we live now. It's getting there. Get right to this Facebook. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. I don't think they might join in later, but I don't think they're gonna join.
Yeah, they fake me out. They won't fake me out no more. I'm gonna cut them off as soon as they start talking. Where y'all at, man? I sent the link, yo.
I'm about to go in the house now. I'm riding my bike. I'm pulling up in my yard right now.
Look, he riding dirt bikes.
Right.
I'm on a regular bike.
Oh, you're on a regular bike. I got you riding dirt bikes.
I'm about to pull up now.
All right. I like you. I had him riding dirt bikes, yo.
Like in North Philly or something. That's crazy. We'll see if they fall in here. I figure Chef will come on. They gonna come on. It's just gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
What we on, Pseudo Killas or? Hey, everybody that's listening right now, for archives, go subscribe. Real Black Atheist Podcast, Apple Podcast. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, subscribe to that.
You said you talked to Double X the other day too, huh?
Yeah, I talked to him. Yeah.
I was listening to one of those conversations back in the day. Y'all used to get it in. For real.
Yeah, it's funny right there. Let me see. Yeah, I just wanted to feel like we live too, Vance. What's going on with you, buddy?
Nah, same old. Just trying to make it masked up, choosing to get masked up, not being forced. We was talking about that earlier.
Facts.
What side of the fence we want to be on? Should it be forced? Should it be an option? It should be an option.
Yeah. People gonna say you probably shouldn't have no option, man. I think, first of all, man, and welcome everybody to the Pseudo Killas. All right. Yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. I know a lot of people going live today. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? This ain't our normal time. So, do this little show to be in the archives.
Right.
Julanda, what's up with you? I see you. Ain't seen a while, shorty. What's up with you? Now, I'm going to sit on here and talk about you all day, Sean. I'm coming for you today. I'm going to start off with you, Sean. I'm going to get you first. I'm going to go right to the post and get you. You gotta know how to leave a sleeping giant alone. I'm going to go straight to you. You want to protect Biden and his crime bill. So, you know how we do this, man. Let's get this thing cracking, man. Black African power, y'all. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killer in the house. Yeah, we're coming to do what we got to do. We're going to do what we got to do. We standing tall. We standing strong. Pseudo Killas on deck. What's up, family, man? Hey, look. What's good with you, Vance? Pseudo Killer Supreme, what's up with you?
Pseudo Killas on deck. What's going on, big bro? Same old. Fighting the pseudos as usual.
Oh, man, it's hard these days,
yeah,
ain't
it? It is. You got to get them either by hook or crook.
Sick of tree.
No, I'm just playing. But, another episode. Glad to be here. Make sure y'all subscribe. Real Black Atheist Podcast on Apple Podcasts. So, but yeah, waiting on those other brothers to tap in. I'm sure they'll be here.
Oh man, yeah, we. It's funny, man. I did a little Facebook joint, and I like to shake the tree to see who really about it.
Of course,
people claim to be these revolutionary thinkers and all that, and claim to be this, but as soon as I say something about Joe, then it's a problem. We talking about Joe Biden here. Talking about Joe Biden ain't a consent sign for Donald Trump, y'all. All right? When it's time for me to bang on Trump, I'll bang on Trump. So let's just get all that out the way and get that straight. All right, let's just get that out the way. I realize most people don't necessarily read or pay attention to what a person say. They just dive out the window and have fun. So, you know, we all have fun around here. But I want to directly go to Mr. Sean. All right. This is what I want to say to you, Mr. Sean. I know you're in there. You know, you can get the link if you want. And you can go blackity black on me, but blackity black always get everybody beat up. That's a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Your blackity black get you beat up because you be emotional and you don't be looking at it. Now, I want to go, let me see. Sean, where the post at in the group, yo? I think you went to the crime bill joint right there. Did I mention the crime? Let me see. I think you made your comments on the crime bill, right? Let me see. Where you at, Sean? Where you at on here? Let me read you. Where you at? Come on, Sean, where's that? Don't play. I know you ain't erasing. So I just felt like I need to take this time. I done heard too much about, they didn't jove me to death. Y'all jove me to death, bro. Y'all done jove me to death. I can't, no more Joe. Tired of Joe. Tired of Joe. Yeah, I'm saying, we done heard of Trump. We done dealt with Trump for the last 4 years. We know what's going on with Trump. Trump can't even play president. The Democrats be on his head, so they trying to keep him locked up. I ain't never in my life seen him rock like that. They stay on that man's head, so ain't nothing I can say. Let me see right here.
Facts, that's facts.
Yeah, I mean, come on, yo, Trump get it every day. Every day from that side. Every day he get it. On the news, he get it. He gets it. All right? So don't worry about what I say about Trump for real. I want to go to the part where Sean starts to talk about the crime bill. Now, you know, I had some homeboys of mine. Shout out to my homeboys. All right? Felt like y'all got a little reckless, right? I ain't going to say y'all names. I'm going to let y'all stay on the reckless side, right? Y'all real emotional on this thing right here, okay? So let me see. So I can't find it, Sean. I don't know where the post is, bro. You lucky. Let me summarize it real fast. Y'all all know what the crime bill is, right? And I'll get into it a little bit. Sean thing is, how can one moment I'm talking about, don't let your daughters date drug dealers, right? Or your son be a drug dealer. I'm heavy on that because I know the decimation that it causes communities. Selling drugs, we call it hustling where I'm from. Getting money. Throwing bricks at the penitentiary. How can in one breath, that's what Sean is basically saying, you support that, and then on the other hand, denounce the crime bill? That's what Sean basically said. Then he went off on some tangents and said some things, and I responded, I'm gonna be on your head tonight. Period. Gotta be. All right. So, all right, let me see. I'm gonna show you how it's possible. Right now, we're going through let me give you an example. We're going through an opioid epidemic. Right or wrong, man? Is that what we're going through?
Yep, 100%.
We're going through opioid. All right. And I don't see them locking up white people at a high rate. You know what I'm saying? For getting prescription drugs. I don't see a different sentence in the difference between you getting locked up with some opiate pills from a doctor or buying them off the street. I don't see that disparity happening. I don't see them going to prison in large amounts. I don't see people fighting for legislation to get them locked up. You know why? Because they're users. Okay? And the users aren't getting more time than the people selling the damn pills. That's not occurring, y'all. And I want y'all to pay close attention to that. I ain't no damn dummy. The crime bill at the very core of it was racist and disproportionately affected poor people. My city I'm from, the majority, not all, the greater numbers of people poor in Baltimore City were Black people. Simple as that, okay? But of course, you can go to areas where white people are poor. Absolutely. All right? That's not it. Hold on. That's not the one. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, man, come on. Shh. That's not it, man. Damn. That ain't it, Kent. I can't find it, bro. You gotta find the one where I say I'm on your head. Find that for me, Kent. So I'm gonna say this again. Europeans during this epidemic of the pills, they call it opioids, aren't going to jail at high rates based off of their use or misuse of the damn pills, y'all. But back when my generation came through, right, in the 80s, all right, graduated 85, from the 85 on up, right, when it was an epidemic again, same thing, y'all. As a matter of fact, opioids is far more dangerous than people smoking crack cocaine because you ODing, right? A lot of people are ODing off these opioids, y'all. It's a problem. A lot of white people are dying off these opioids, yo. You know, you can take pills and kill yourself, and die. But a person smoke crack, you ruin all your damn money. You sell all your clothes. You sell your mother vacuum cleaners and all that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Some people smoked and got a heart attack. But for the most part, none of the people I knew that was smoking killed themselves. I don't care what they say. Ain't none of y'all run as hard as I ran on that end. My friends wasn't dropping like that. But the people that was shooting dope was ODing, and the people that was shooting cocaine was killing themselves. But the people that was smoking was basically going broke and ran around like they had no sense. And, you know, and then when they stopped, you know what I'm saying, then they could get their life back together again. But the opioids, like the heroines and all that, kill people they OD. So I'm getting people saying, yo, what about the, what's that, the fentanyl? They also got a fentanyl epidemic going on, right? And they got task forces for the fentanyl, and you get more time to get caught with fentanyl. I get it. Fentanyl is super dangerous, y'all. Super dangerous. Get it off the streets. The crack cocaine just make you spend all your money, and you not only spend all your money, you know, I think the real problem is the neglect that mothers and fathers have on their households and they think that's the biggest thing right there is the neglect. The crack make you go leave and come back 3-4 days later and spend all your money and can't pay your rent and the homelessness and all that. Okay, that's a problem right there, y'all. But that's not a prison problem. That is not a prison problem. So the majority of the people that was affected by the crime bill was the people that was using it, y'all. The dope dealers, they wasn't necessarily getting affected by it like that. Some did get caught up in that. But if you was sharp, you just didn't cook the stuff up. I'm not going to be on that side today saying, well, you know, y'all should have been smart enough because when I hustled, you know what I mean, we knew better. We didn't sell crack. Let me tell y'all something. There's more cocaine in cocaine than cocaine is in crack cocaine. So then if it's more cocaine in cocaine than in crack cocaine, how can you give me more time for having crack cocaine? Let me slow it down for you. Crack cocaine has 3 elements. Cocaine baking soda, and water. Cocaine, baking soda, and water. All right? And you really hit them with the baking soda, you make more money. So you really got less cocaine. How can people that are using the drug get caught in situations where they're doing more time than the people selling drugs? So like if you had an 8-ball or an ounce, man, you was doing time for that. Even the little dudes that was on a corner selling 8 balls and quarter ounces, they was getting time for getting caught with that. But the people that was bringing it in, the people that had to wait, did you know you could have 5 keys of cocaine? As long as you ain't got over 5 keys of cocaine, man, you ain't getting no more than a year for that. Or maybe 5 years for a joint, each joint, maybe somewhere in there somewhere. For 5 keys, y'all. But have an ounce of cocaine. Do you know how much an ounce of cocaine is? Meaning when people get paid on Friday and get their check, man, you go ahead and have yourself $500. You could get yourself an ounce of crack cocaine. $450, something like that, $350. I don't even remember them damn numbers no more like that. But a working person can get an ounce of cocaine, go to the dealer, cop it, walk home, get caught by the police, and be in a world of damn trouble, y'all. Is that right? I don't see them doing that now, though. So I don't want to hear back then they didn't know what to do. It was the epidemic. They was trying to help us. Man, they could sit down and have the same conversation that I'm having with y'all right now. Same conversation. Hold on. What's going on, Chef? I see you. You in the building, bro. My fault. Can't hear you. So, why was it disparity? Who enacted that legislation, right? Who wrote up the crime bill? Let's talk about it real quick. So now we understand what the crime bill is. Find it very, very interesting to me. Very interesting to me. Where you at, Chef? Well, I don't even see it. How about you? Where you at, Vance? Oh, you sound quick. I can't even hear you. Yeah, so you supposed to know that, yo. Supposed to understand that, bro. Yeah. So I don't understand how people can support a person that enacted a bill that got Black people locked up on a high level that didn't even deserve to be backed up. They deserve the same thing that people that's dealing with the opioids is getting today. These white people, man, they're getting treatment. The Betty Ford Center, getting them help, social work, talking about the mental aspects of it. They're getting all that, but all we got was the stiff-ass jail sentence. And I do not understand that, and it don't take somebody intelligent to know that. So the same people that's talking trash fight me over Joey lock him up. The same people that fight me on that are the same people that claim, well, you know the CIA bought the drugs in the country, huh? Well, if the government bought the drugs in the country and a crime bill allows those people bringing drugs in the country to not get as much time as the low people on the streets, the low-level people on the streets, then you can't see that as they working hand in hand. I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm simply saying, then was Killer Man Joe working with the government? Well, he was a government official. He was they working together on that? Like, who put that there? Why would you have a bill, right, that allows people to get lesser time with more drugs? Could it be that the cocaine that white people were using wasn't locked up? Could it be that? Of course it was that. Of course it was that. That white people been sniffing cocaine forever. The powder. So they could, on Wall Street, they can have an ounce or two of powder and they good. You have an ounce of crack, you done. How is that not a racially motivated bill? Crazy black people supported it. Crazy church leaders supported it. And Joe, Killer Joe, helped write the damn bill in. And I'm supposed to let that go? And just because I'm saying that, all of a sudden I'm for Trump. And if I was for Trump, so what? What you gonna do about it? How about that? Half of y'all don't like me anyway. I ain't for none of them because none of it makes sense to me at this point. I just find it to be very, very interesting that all of a sudden now, people that's supposed to be woke don't see crazy ass Biden as being the biggest hypocrite. Between him and his running mate, how many people have they locked up or caused to get locked up? Amazing. Where you at, Chef? Y'all want to get in this?
Yeah, no, you cooking. Sean wanted the link.
Sean want the damn link.
I just sent it to him. He claimed he wanted the link. He was dropping stuff in the back chat. So I said, man, just come on.
I don't want to see no source about no damn crime bill, bro. I went in it. I don't need no source on that. I know they ain't got no crime bill right now. Where the crime bill like right now on the opiate thing that's decimating America? Where that's at? Where is that at? I don't see that. Go ahead, Chef. Let me mute this out. They getting that on.
No, that's good. That's a good point, though. I want to hear with Sean his rebuttal. That'd be good for the conversation. But they definitely going crazy on my man Ice Cube right now. So I don't know. It's like everybody turned on him. I can't remember no black leader that wasn't or black organization that was progressive in getting our issues brought to the table in history who didn't deal with the current administration. If you have to think about what SNCC and the NAACP and all of them had to deal with, they had to deal with motherfuckers like, well, I don't mean to cuss. They had to deal with presidents like Eisenhower, from Eisenhower to Kennedy to Nixon to Johnson to Ford. You know what I mean? Like, whatever administration was in, we had to deal with them. Like, so it's crazy to try to throw Ice Cube under the bus or any black progressive that's looking to tackle some of our issues, saying we shouldn't meet with the president or the administration, you know what I mean, because we don't like them. Like, that's like, we don't have 4 years to waste. You know what I mean? Whoever is in office, we supposed to be putting our agenda on the table for them, like, period. You know what I mean? So it's crazy for us to just, like, if say Trump win again, and he in for the next 4 years, we don't supposed to meet with Trump because we don't like him. Like, in business, you don't have to like the people that you meet with. If they can on out a deal that's profitable for both sides, then that's what you go in for. You know what I mean? You go in to get your demands met. You know what I mean? To work out something that's beneficial. You don't go in to like the person or to like the group that you're doing business with. So we need to start looking at it like that. But I don't know. Vance, you there? Or yo, just listening? I don't know. Was it KC? CK? I called it KC.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace to the panelists. Peace to the chat. The hell y'all got going on up in here?
I guess
Some
we was talking about
questionable
the Ice
behavior
Cube.
today. Very questionable.
You said what?
That there's been some very questionable behavior going on today. And
Whoa.
I'm gonna do something very unorthodox.
Right.
And also, you know, rock the boat. Actually, no, I'm gonna do worse than that. I'm gonna tip the bitch over. So I have a question for the chat and the panelists. For the chat, please type 1.
CK, can you stay on the topic though and don't switch it up? Because right now we talking about the crime.
Oh no, it's gonna be on topic. It's gonna actually be way better than you think. So stay tuned. Give me like less than 5 minutes.
Right now though, CK.
Less
Stay
than
right
5
there.
minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes.
So you're gonna switch. I just want to know what you're doing so they don't get it confused and mixed up.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You should know me by now.
Yeah, you switch it up.
I'm the main one that be making pseudo stay on topic, so you should know me by now. So I need for the chat, please type 1 if you want to vote for a candidate that is trying to and wants to make sure that Black people get reparations. How do y'all feel about that, panelists? Everybody in the chat, type 1 if you want to vote for a candidate that is promoting for you to get reparations. How do you feel, panelists? What you feel about that?
What we feel about it?
Don't be scared. Don't all speak at once.
I thought you
want to vote for somebody that want to get you reparations?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
How about the chat? How y'all feel about that? Is that a yay or a nay?
It's a yay. CK, yeah.
I just want to make sure, because some Black people don't think that we deserve reparations. So I just want to make sure the chat down with it too. So,
yep.
With that being said, everybody's in agreement too that for a candidate that will be promoting for us to get reparations, but we keep voting for the Democrats who have not done nothing, nowhere near to that. You know, you got people that want to jump ship and vote for the Republicans, but they're no better. They want you to forget about slavery. They want you to stop talking about that stuff. But
you going there, shorty? I'm with you.
But there is a party that is promoting that. And that's this party right here. It's called the Green Party. A lot of people are not familiar with the Green Party. Most people do not vote for this party because they are fairly recent. They came out around, 2000? Around the time that when Biden was running against Obama, and I forgot who was it? Was it McCain that was running back then? That was pretty much the first time I was old enough to vote. And then, of course, when Trump ran, it was Hillary Clinton, of course, Trump, and Jill Stein was the Green Party person that was running at the time. So this party right here, they're promoting a gang of very important policies that affect everybody, that everybody wants. Everybody wants a better environment. That's what they're pushing for. Everybody wants to have social justice. That's what they're pushing for. Gender equality for those people that would prefer women get treated better. Hey, why not? Anti-war. Look at us going to war with all these darn countries, a gang of people dying, people getting displaced. Who wouldn't be anti-war, anti-racism, all that good stuff? So these are the two candidates that are running this year. Howie Hawkins, white dude. Angela Walker, black sister. I'll show y'all a picture later. So let's scroll down. And some of them are actually starting to get into political positions in different states in the country for the first time within the past couple of years because they've been blocked out by Democrats and Republicans. They do not want these people in office because they are pushing for things that people actually want. So let's take a look at some of their political positions. Oh, they want people to have health care. They want tuition-free college? Oh, that's important. Let's scroll down some more. Ooh, healthy environment. Some policies there. Ooh. Oh, ooh. What's this? Ooh. What is this right here? What is it? What is that? Oh, and they against private prisons. So let's see what this is. Let's see what that is. Where did I pull that up at? Was it here? Oh yeah. So this is their social justice Green Party. I don't want to go through the whole thing because I'll probably drop it in the chat so people can read it on their own. And they do talk about Black people getting reparations. So if y'all want to see, where's the picture? Hold on. I lost track of the picture. So I wanted to show y'all a picture of the two. And I don't lost it somewhere. Oh, it's right here. My bad. These are the two people that's running for the Green Party. So like I said, nobody talks about this party. The Republicans and the Democrats, they have such a stranglehold on the political process and even the debates that these people don't even get mentioned. When Jill Stein was running for the Green Party, when Trump was running back in 2016, she got pushed out of coming to the debates. So you know what she did? She waited after the debate and she put up a recording of the debate. And each time one of them speaks, she would pause it and would respond to them as if though she was at the debate, because she was not allowed to come to the debate. They do not want these people there, because if the public actually knew, if more of the public knew who these people were, they were actually getting the marketing that the Republicans and the Democrats got, more and more people would vote for this party because of the things that they want to promote. It's the same stuff that everybody wants, or that people like us, regular folks, want. So I feel like talking about Trump is a waste of time. We already know what he is. We already know he's a joke. We already know that he either racist or B, he's pretending to be so he can get these people's votes. And he only cares about himself.
He said pretending to be racist.
You know what I mean? We already know that Biden, the Democrats assume that Black people are going to vote for them. These people for the past couple of years, actually, I want to say probably ever since after Obama took in office, ever since after he got in the office, they have been slowly but surely, if y'all been paying attention, they've been trying to pander to the Hispanic vote, because we have a significant Hispanic population in this country. It's almost overtaken our votes. And these people are smart. The Democrats and the Republicans, they're smart. They have analysts, they have people on their team, strategists and all that. They know how many of us as Black people are in this country. They know how many of us can fucking vote, because a decent amount of us are ex-felons. And then you got the small portion of the population that don't want to vote because we feel like, oh, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. Despite the fact, ever since we've been trying to get the right to vote in this country, they've been trying to stop us from voting, coming up with this law, coming up with that law, intimidation, trying to beat us up. And if you don't believe me, check out New Black Knowledge. About, I want to say a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, True Story did a video about political cartoons and about how this country has been consistently trying to stop Black people from voting. And it's gotten so bad to the point where we do propaganda against ourselves. Oh, why are you voting? It's not going to change anything. Mm-hmm. Why are you helping the white supremacy structure? Why are you doing that? What are you doing? What are you talking about? These people are trying to stop you from voting. They don't want you to vote at all, because they are scared that y'all gonna vote and put somebody in office that they do not want into office. Even if it's somebody that don't benefit you, they damn sure don't want somebody that's gonna stop them from putting in policies that they want in place. So, like I said, if you don't want to vote, cool. You don't have to vote for the Republicans. You ain't gotta vote for the Democrats. But how about you vote for a party that's trying to put forward progressive policies that helps everybody, including Black people? Okay, I think I've been over my 5 minutes. Let me stop sharing.
No, you actually did. You actually did a great job. You redeemed yourself from last show.
What do you mean from last show? I'm always on point. Hating ass motherfucker.
A little bit, yeah. Today, yo, you was perfect. And that's all I'm saying, CK. So, see, for me, that would be a better choice than just running out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes sense. So the next question is, why aren't we educated on that? So it always boils down to education. But I'm back on this damn crime bill. Let me read this. Man, did I lose it again? I found the Sean. Now, how you doing, Mr. Sean? I'm gonna call you Mr. Sean while you on the halfway.
Nah, man, don't call me Mr. Nothing, man.
Call
Over
you
there capping for Trump.
call
Trying
you.
to stand up there talking about the crime bill. Don't nobody care about that. Listen, man.
Let's deal with that. Hold on.
No,
Let's read your words.
no.
Let's read your words.
No,
What
you
do you
just
mean,
said something to me. You just said something to me, so let me speak.
Oh,
First,
you
I
gonna
want to
talk
say
about the
peace to
crime
the
bill?
panel. I want to say peace to the panel.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody good,
Right.
and then I'm finna deal with you. Because
On
I
that.
got like 6 fact check articles on the crime bill since you want to get specific.
Yeah, I want to get specific.
But then let's get specific.
Let's get specific.
Source number one. I'm going with you need to read by that book about Trump. He wrote 2000 about America We Deserve. But let's go with the NBC News fact checker. Why Trump Democrats talking about the 94 crime bill. Let's deal with that first. Then we can come back. Then we can come back and say, did the crime bill cause mass incarceration? Fact check. Then we come back to another fact check on the crime bill. And then we got another fact check on the crime bill. So we fact checked up.
Joe, did you fact check the apology Biden gave? Did
We
you fact check that?
checked up.
Did you fact check that though? Just for questioning.
We fact checked up. Now, however you want to swing it, bring it. I put all the links in the chat. I can't bring it up right now. You know I'm working.
Oh, you can't bring it up right now?
Nah, you know I'm on the clock.
All right. So in January, did the vice president Biden did he apologize?
I don't care what I don't listen to him.
I'm saying, did he not do that though? He did that, bro. Apologize, bro.
Are working together.
Yeah, we come on,
CK.
Yeah. CK, we see that completely, CK. All right, so that's why I don't know why Sean is defending Biden.
I ain't defending Biden. You can't swing me like that. You the one up there on Facebook capping for Trump, up there with your shirt all unbuttoned, got your haircut all done, you're greased up, your scalp greased, you're shining.
I hope you realize we were not capping for Biden.
I know that's so crazy.
After hearing me just talk a little while ago, I don't see how you can make that claim against me. I've been independent ever since after Obama was in office. So
I've been banging on both.
I've been speaking out against both parties since then.
All right.
My problem with what your statement was with your post is that it left out context, because the first time that I saw that quote was like a couple days ago. Somebody in one of these darn pseudo behind Facebook groups posted that. And something just told me to look it up, because I was like, you know what? They always posting some pseudo stuff in this group. Let me double check and fact check this craziness. So as soon as I fact checked it, and I actually saw the video too, where what he says right before he makes that statement and what he said right after he made that statement, I was like, okay, I understand where he's coming from. I didn't get what you were trying to imply from what he said. From what he said, what I heard what he said is that hey, we shouldn't just be forcing integration and thinking everything's going to be okay. It's going to cause chaos. It's going to be like a jungle. There's going to be a lot of fights and stuff. And he was right. When they forced that integration shit, a lot of fights, a lot of people refusing to allow the Black people to come to the school. The federal government had to get involved and make them allow the Black kids to go to the school. I remember talking to some old people, some old white dudes a couple of years ago at one of this job I worked, and he was talking about how he remember when he was in school, when integration took place, that there was a lot of infighting at the school. It was crazy. So that's what I got from what Biden was trying to say, is that, hey, you can't just force a policy and think that everything's going to be okay. You have to it has to be strategic. It has to be carefully planned. You may have to do it in stages. You may have to just try it out here, try it out there, and see if you can learn anything from it, and then try to see if you can implement it on a mass scale. But that's not what happened, as we can see from history.
So what happened, though, as we see in history? What did it end up being, a jungle, CK? No, it didn't. It ended up being racist white people.
You see what I said?
What? I'm saying, did it end up being a jungle, CK? That's the question I'm asking.
Are you pretending like them people was okay with these black people being at the school?
No.
Are you pretending like there wasn't no fights? Fights and damn near riots at these darn schools, and the white people kicking it outside the school. Oh, we don't want no blacks here. We don't want them going to school with our kids.
What was the other option, CK? That's what the people wanted. They was fighting for that. They wanted to go to better schools. You trying to make them make better. They wasn't doing that. The option wasn't A, give us the better schools in white people's neighborhood, or B, we're gonna give you money to build the damn more schools that's gonna be better and all. That they didn't get that memo.
So Trump gave us so Trump signed the bill to give us money for better schools.
No, hold on, Sean. You keep trying to throw bitch ass Trump into this.
No, that's your boy. That's your man on Facebook. I just read your post again.
Okay, so let me read it again. Hold on, let me read what I said. Let's see if this makes
you got multiple posts. You can't just
let me read. Hold on. Because everybody get on Facebook and they run through this fog and they read your shit and they bug out. So I said, hard for me. Damn. I said, hard for me to fuck with Biden. A lot of my friends are just coming home from prison from the 90s. That crime bill Biden pushed was racist at the core. We got more time for an ounce of crack than a white boy did for 5 keys of coke. And no, I don't like Trump. How in the hell am I fighting for Trump right now on this? I'm talking about Biden right now. You get my point? So I'm not fighting for no damn Trump. I'm simply dealing with crazy ass Biden and his crime bill at this point. You say you like to kill me on this post. That's what you say. Hold on. I'll find you real quick. I'm like, damn, Sean, what the fuck I say? Like, it's like you're protecting Biden, not me. Both of them crazy. It's like you. So you try.
No, I told you to stay in the middle. I said, stay in the middle. You swing left, swing right. You said your boy Trump. You said Trump was your boy. I didn't say he was your boy.
When I say that,
you said he's your boy.
Based on your statement,
boy.
You said you want to know why? You want to know why Sean is saying that? Because I don't think he's being clear. Why Sean is saying that is because of the statement that you made, that basically you were implying that Trump did something for black people by signing that bill.
Yeah, well, that's all I said.
Basically saying that you're for him. You I'm down with Trump. Oh, I'm feeling Trump. Oh, Trump did something for black people. Biden ain't do nothing for us. Why y'all sitting over here trying to vote for Biden? It makes it seem like you capping for Trump.
Wait, hold on for a minute. Can we deal with one post at a time?
Now Sean dropping them sources. I'm surprised you ain't wavering at this point.
Wait a minute, man. Can we both
Every president has signed the same bill. Every president has signed that same bill since 1965.
Do you want to read the post? Or do you want to run? Can we deal with this post and move? I don't want to run around.
Your man Trump spent 200 signed a bill, a bipartisan bill. You was pumping your chest.
Hey Sean, can we deal with the post, each post, and read each one of them? Is that possible, or we just going to play this game?
Yeah, we can. You how many times you want to read them? You said it.
No, I didn't read. I read this one. Okay. Can we deal with this one first? So was I capping for Trump on this post? Yes or no?
Yes.
I don't even mention Trump. I said I don't like the nigga on this post. So how's that capping for Trump? How?
Your comments.
So you saying if you say something about, I just want to get the rules straight. If you say something about Biden, you capping for Trump, right? If you beat up Trump, you capping for Biden. Is that the rules? I just want to make sure I got this straight. All right, he worked. CK, so in this post, I'm capping for Trump, CK?
And I don't know what the hell you was doing, but you're doing too much.
Okay.
You do too much, yo.
So you.
Hey, I'm gonna answer.
Hold up, I have a serious
minute.
question though.
No. We need to stay. Come on, y'all not gonna.
I'm trying to understand something, sir.
Can you understand this post right here though? Can we just? I don't like the pseudo shit where we run all around the fucking board. Let's be concise.
No, we've been on topic this whole night. What you talking about?
We need to deal.
All I'm asking is that when you.
I want to deal with this, CK. I don't want to do that.
That's what I'm talking about. How about you let me make my point before you just assume what I'm gonna say?
Go ahead, CK.
Yeah, all I'm saying, all I was gonna ask you, Unc, was that when Sean showed the source saying, well, proving basically that, hey, this is a bill that was started in the 1960s, and that every president has had to sign this bill every couple of years since then. You know, like,
what bills he talking?
Wouldn't that make you change your original statement, your original assertion?
Do you know what Sean is talking about though? Where's Sean talking? Who's Sean talking about? Which bill? Which one?
I thought he was talking about the bill for the
hold on, CK. I got you real quick. I had to help my employees real quick. I'm multitasking. You said that your boy Trump, he your boy, right? Because you done made multiple posts. You didn't win it Biden. I ain't caring about none of that. You didn't win it Biden, and then you start saying everything about the old crime bill. Said he locked your partners up. They still serving time. But we got to go and look at the actual facts on that. So therefore, I provided a host of fact checkings to make sure that we deal with the mass incarceration from a real perspective. And then you said something. You said your boy signed the bill, the $250 million for.
See what you just did? I don't like that right there.
You got multiple posts. I'm trying to bring up both the posts. Huh?
No. They're two separate posts, and we got to deal with two separate posts. Okay, so let's finish the crime bill first. Let's deal with that first. CK, we got
to pull up. CK, can you pull up the fact checker? Let's deal with the mass incarceration, please.
Copy.
Let me read mine first.
You want me to wait?
Hold on. I want to go to the Business Insider. First of all, while y'all trying to protect Biden, he has apologized for his stance against. It's a former Vice President Joe Biden on Monday apologized for his past stance on criminal justice. And we know exactly what the goddamn criminal justice entailed. It says Biden is considering running for president in 2020. This is in January 2019. Is considering running for president in 2020, and his hardline position on crime as a senator could come back to haunt him. Y'all don't think so? He says, I haven't always been right. I know we haven't always gotten things right, but I've always tried. Biden said in a landmark commemorating Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It said, as former Vice President Joe Biden mulls a potential 2020 president run, he apologized for his past stance on criminal justice issues. In his speech on Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Washington, the former Vice President acknowledged the determinal impact of his approach to the crime in the late 1980s and the early 1990s. Okay? He goes on to say, you know, I have been in this fight for a long time. It just goes not just to voting rights, it goes to criminal justice system, Biden said at the National Auction Network Martin Luther King Jr. breakfast. I have not always been right. I know we haven't always gotten things right, but I've always tried. All right, so he backpedaling. It says Biden helped write, I'm gonna say this again, Biden helped write an infamous 1994 crime bill, the 1994 Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act. So this dude helped write. So he's apologizing for that, okay? Let me get this straight. Biden helped write the infamous 1994 crime bill, the 1994 Violent Crime Control Law Enforcement Act. That bill is widely pointed to as one of the driving factors of mass incarceration in the US. as well as a disproportionate number of people of color who've ended up behind bars for drug-related crimes. Some experts contend the impact, this is shit that's going to defuse everything y'all trying to come with. Watch this. Some experts contend the impact of the bill, which was signed into law by the former President Bill Clinton, is overblown. But Biden's involvement on the criminal justice issue goes well beyond the bill, which already represents an easy point of attack if he runs for president. Without specifically naming the 1994 bill on Monday, Biden said the decisions that were made in that era trapped an entire generation. So this is Biden saying that. No, where did he trap them at? Did he trap them at Disney parks some damn where? Or was he trapping them in prisons? Right. Okay. It was a big mistake when it was made, Biden said. So Biden is saying it's a big mistake. And y'all gonna come undo what that man saying himself. Okay, let me finish. In an apparent reference to sentencing disparities between crack cocaine and powder cocaine, he added, "We were told by the experts that crack, you never go back, that the two were somehow fundamentally different. It's not, but it trapped an entire generation." This is Biden saying, I'm using his words. I don't care what source y'all come, I'm using his words. Okay, so he's basically agreeing with me. Okay, let me finish. I ain't finished. All right. Vice President went on to say that white America needs to do more to address and recognize systematic racism after he just practiced. Funny guy here. It's a funny guy. Okay. There is something we have to admit. Not you, we, white America, has to admit there's still systematic racism, and it goes almost unnoticed by so many of us. Biden said. Biden was less, let me see, hold on. Wait, hold on. I want to get you some facts here. Wait a minute, hold on. Because there's some facts here that people think that the crime was going up and coming down. Hold on, let me see what I want to get you. Hold on. Nope, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna let you throw yours in. So you're gonna directly fight the crime bill, right, Sean? With your sources, am I correct?
Well, remember, he said he was multitasking, so he might be on the phone.
Biden was less conciliatory about the 1994 crime bill and his 2000.
You want me to talk?
Yeah, I stopped for you. I want you to come in, give us some facts on the crime bill, and I'm gonna see if my article kind of supports you on that. But I just wanted to make the point at this point that the guy apologized and he admits that he was listening to the expert that said crack was different from cocaine, that was a mistake, and it damn near buried a whole generation. He admits that.
All right, fact check. 1994 crime bill did not, hold on. You know what I'm saying is that no, those are just African Revolution. Hold on. Let me know if y'all see my screen? You see it? You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we see the Zoom.
Yep.
All right, hold up. What this thing is? I'm on this stupid iPad. All right, so okay, there you go, boom. You see it now?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So, fact check, 1994 crime bill did not bring mass incarceration of Black Americans. So let's deal with the claim. 94 crime bill strongly promoted by Senator Joe Biden brought mass incarceration of Black Americans. The 94 crime bill signed by President Clinton was a grab bag of crime fighting measures ranging from the 3 strike provisions mandating a life sentence to repeat offenders and funding for states to hire 100,000 additional police officers to a Violence Against Women Act. As the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, then Senator Joe Biden drafted the bill known formally as the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, which was billed by Democrats as a major crackdown on crime. Now, let me continue. In addition to the mandatory sentencing for repeat offenders, the bill created 60 new death penalties offenses under 41 federal capital statutes, such as criminal-related terrorism, murder of federal law enforcement officers, and civil rights murders. Offers grants for building and expanding correctional facilities to qualifying states that enforce mandatory sentences of 85% of an offender's sentence conviction. Call for a crackdown on gang membership, included a ban on federal assault weapons, a provision on community-oriented policing services, and Violence Against Women's Act. A post on Instagram charges the bill brings mass incarceration of Black Americans. For fact-checking purposes, there are two issues at play: whether the bill calls mass incarcerations in general, or whether it calls mass incarcerations to Black Americans. Now, prison building, boom. We can continue there, but I don't want to bore everybody because I'm trying to multitask and I want to get to here. Let me get down here. Numbers behind mass incarceration. All right. So the term mass incarceration is relative. Between 80 and 94, the nation's prison population more than doubled on a per capita basis, from 139 prisons per capita, 100,000 American residents, to 387, according to Federal Government Bureau of Justice statistics of 1994. In 1980 alone, state and federal prisons posted a 12% increase in the number of federal and state inmate populations, swelled by a whopping. All right. Now, whopping, well, I'll stop at 13.5 to 84,764 new inmates joined the prison ranks. By contrast, 94, the year the crime bill was passed, to 1995, the inmate population increased by 6.7. The annual increase dropped steadily for the next 6 years. From 5.1 between 95-96 to 1.1 between 2000-2001. During the 2000s, the prison population rose at the lowest rate since 1972, had the smallest absolute increase since 1980. Now, the race and incarceration regarding mass incarceration of Black Americans, the issue plays out against the reality of longstanding racial disparities in imprisonment rates. In 93, according to the BJS, the incarceration rate of Black people at the state and federal laws was 7 times that of whites. At the end of 93, there were 1,471 Black inmates per 100,000 Black U.S. residents, compared to 207 inmates per 100,000 white residents. In 2011, the proportions were roughly the same, with 478 white males in prison for every 100,000 white males in general population, and 3,000 Black males in prison for every 100,000 Black males in the population. Any increase in the overall prison population will automatically translate into a large number of Black inmates, even if the Black percentage of the inmate population stayed the same. According to the BJS Bulletin, prisons in 2000, the total number of sentenced inmates under the state federal jurisdiction rose 27% between 95 and 2000, from 1.5 million inmates to 2 million inmates, but reflected only small changes in the racial and Hispanic compensation of the inmate population. In 95, among inmates with sentences of more than 1 year, white people accounted for 33% of prisons under state federal jurisdiction, while in 2002, there were 34.2% of Black prisons. In 95, accounted for 45.7% of prisoners, and in 2002, accounted for 45.1%. While the difference is stark, it is less than in the previous 13 years. Between 80 and 93, the percentage of sentenced inmates who were Black rose 46.5 to 50.8 between 80 and 93. Remember that. Report on racial disparity in U.S. imprisonment states over time, published in the Journal of Quantitative Criminology in 2019, found a large increase in Black imprisonment and traceable in many states to crack epidemic in the mid-1980s. This disparity, the report says, began to ease starting in the 1990s. Whatever its effect, it suggests that the 94 crime bill did not aggravate the pre-existing racial disparity in imprisonment, the report says. Biden and the crime bill. The question of any link between the crime bill and mass incarceration took on political implications in the course of the presidency. In 2019, speech in New Hampshire rejected charges of the 94 crime bill spurred mass incarceration. Folks, let's get something straight. 90 to 92 of every 100 prisoners behind the bars in the state prison, not a federal prison, he said to the Washington Post. This idea that the crime bill generated mass incarceration, it did not generate mass incarceration. Biden's disclaimers were somewhat undercut in 2016 when former President Bill Clinton, who championed the original bill, told the NAACP there were longer sentences spelled out in the legislation. And most of the people are in prison under state law, but the federal law set a trend, Clinton said, and that was overdone. We were wrong about that. That percentage of it, we were wrong about. It was perhaps noteworthy that the former president, mea culpa, came before a criminal audience of Black Americans at a time when Hillary was running for president. Our ruling, false. Our research found that while the crime bill did increase the prison population in states, it did not bring about mass incarceration relative to earlier years. Rather, it coincided with a slowdown in the annual growth of the state and federal prison population, nor did it bring about the mass incarceration of Black people compared to before the bill was passed. We rate this claim as false.
Okay, let me read mine. Let's get you some specifics right here. Somebody say, who's gonna fact check the fact checker? Me. Oh man. Okay, like most political compromises, the crime bill did some good and some bad. And I want y'all to determine whether it's good or bad or not. And I already told you what the source was. Hold on. All right, the complex history, the controversial 1994 crime bill. Let me see. Being a center for justice. All right. Hold on. Cross posted at nsnbc.com. Okay. Let me deal with the good. First, the good. Though the crime bill was not responsible for the entire drop in crime, it likely helped. Not by locking people up, but by putting more cops on the street, studies show. So they put more cops on the street. So are we having a problem with police these days? Is that, at least that's what y'all say. Hey man, police brutality this, police brutality that, yada, yada, yada. So they put more of that on the street for y'all. Okay. All right. Now I don't totally agree with all police are bad stance. I don't totally agree with that at all. But let me keep going. Not by locking people up, but by putting more cops on the streets. Studies show. It provided funding for 100,000 new police officers and $14 billion in grants for community-oriented policing. Man, we need to get into a community-oriented policing, y'all. $14 billion on that. And none of us got that money to help police our community. That's an interesting grant right there. Okay, for example, from 1990 to 1999, the number of police officers rose 28%. From 699,000 to 899,000, partly funded by the crime bill. Okay, so it put more police on the street. Research also indicates smarter policing tactics like the ones funded by the bill and social and economic factors like an aging population and decreased alcohol consumption played a role in the crime decline as well. Crime had already started declining before the bill passed. From 1991 to 1994, crime dropped 10%, and violence decreased by 5% from 1994 to 2000. Crime fell an additional 23%, with violent crimes dropping by almost 30%. All of the above contributed to the fall. So it's a lot of different things, not only the crime bill, that helped decrease crime. So when people try to say the crime bill really saved our community, it was a multiple thing, not just the crime bill. Watch this. There's the bad. Although incarceration was already rising steadily before the crime bill, I think Sean talked about that, several of its provisions helped increase incarceration even further. Nevertheless, this increase had little impact on America's subsequent drop in crime. So locking up more people, right, wasn't helping the crime. That's why they ain't locking up white people right now for the opioids, y'all. They're giving them help. And that's what our community needed. We need to help, not in the fashion of being locked up. Now, some Negropeans need to be locked up, I agree, but the moral majority of people who got caught up in the crap epidemic did not deserve to lose their time off the streets. They need the same type of help that the white people are getting now. Okay, but the crime bill didn't do that. We're gonna get you what the crime bill did, some specifics. Hold on. From 1970 to 1994, the rate of imprisonment exploded 400% to 387 per 100,000 people. From 1994 to 2009, imprisonment continued to rise, doubling. This is under the crime bill, y'all. The crime bill, okay, contributed to this increase in incarceration. First, it banned 19 types of semi-automatic assault weapons authorized by death penalty. I'm gonna say it again, authorized the death penalty for dozens of existing and new federal crimes and instituted a federal 3 strikes and you're out provision. See, these are the small things that we don't know. That's what the crime bill did. How many of your friends got the 3-strike rule, y'all? I don't see white people getting the 3-strike rules for their opioids. They get arrested over and over again for taking their damn pills, and they ain't got no damn 3-strike rule. But we suffered through that, didn't we? But those facets were far less pernicious than how the crime bill influenced, and this is the part that nobody's talking about, on how the crime bill influenced states to increase their prison rolls. Watch this. The bill granted states $12.5 billion to build prisons if they pass truth in sentencing laws. We need to look up truth in sentencing laws. What is that? Let's see real quick. Hold on, bear with me, y'all. God damn it. Okay. Truth in sentencing laws are enacted to reduce the possibility of early release from incarceration. It requires offenders to serve a substantial portion of their prison sentence imposed by courts before being eligible for release. Like your ass gotta do 85% of your time. Okay? Let me get back to this real quick. Some people deserve it, y'all. Some people deserve to do 85% of their time. But the people that's running around smoking crack and having ounces of crack and 2 ounces of crack and all that, man, they might deserve, some of them deserve maybe getting locked up, but a lot of them deserve to get help and help for their drug addictions. I know because I was personally involved with a drug addiction, okay? Simple as that. I needed some damn help that wasn't afforded to me. I need the same damn help that they're getting right now for the opioids. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me get back to this. Hold on. This is important here. Why I'm telling y'all about the nonsense. $12.5 billion to build prisons. So states got $12.5 billion, right? If they pass the truth in sentencing. We talked about that. The TIS laws, which required which required inmates to serve at least 85% of their sentences. In 2002, Urban Institute study found that between 1995 and 1999, 9 states adopted TIS laws for the first time, and another 21 states changed their TIS laws to comply with the crime bill's requirements and then apply for funding. By 1999, a total of 42 states had such laws on the books, sustaining an increase in imprisonment. How many friends do you know that caught that 3-strike rule? I know a lot of them. How many drug addicts you know that had to spend 85%?
That's not the argument. You are playing on people's emotions.
No, don't cut, but I didn't cut Sean. I'm Sean.
Yeah, but you playing on people's emotion. I didn't add anything outside the source.
I'm talking about the source, Sean.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish playing with the people. Sean's not playing
go
with
ahead.
Sean. Okay, let me play with the people then. They can hear. They can go read the article for themselves. I'm giving you specifics on what the bill actually did. Like $12.5 billion you know what I'm saying, for each state, for them to institute TIS laws. I'm not adding that. That's a fact. Let me keep going. The crime bill, however, was just the most high-profile legislation to increase the number of people behind bars. There's other things that did that, not just crime bill. On their own, states passed 3-strike laws and enacted mandatory minimums, eliminated parole, and removed judicial discretion in sentencing by dangling bonus dollars. The crime bill engaged states to remain on their tough on crime course. What's worse, research shows the dramatic increase in incarceration in 1990s and the 2000s played a limited role in bringing down crime. The classic case of diminishing returns. The incarceration effect on reducing crime had been declining since before 1980. Since 2000, the effort of incarceration on crime has been even more limited. When prisons are used sparingly, incarceration is reversed for the highest risk and most serious offenders. When prison populations grow to be too large, it is usually by incarceration for less serious offenders. In other words, the more people we put in prison, the less likely each additional inmate has on reducing crime. Yeah. So without playing on y'all intelligence like Sean claimed I did, which I didn't, I'm saying is there's a fine line here between people getting rehabilitated and people just being left in jail. But the real focus is that damn crime bill, which your homeboy Joe apologized for, made a clear line between some damn baking soda, some water and cocaine, right? And everybody's hustle know it'd be a whole lot of damn baking soda between some straight up cocaine. So let me get this straight. The white boys get to sniff straight cocaine. The black people get to smoke crack with less cocaine, but they do more time. I rest my case, Mr. Sean. Yeah, that's your man Joe and his crime bill. And that ain't big up in quote unquote Trump. I'm done. That was y'all. Somebody want to add something to that? Where you at? CK, Vance, Sheffer, where you at, Chef?
No, I thought you made a good point. That's all. I like to hear what Sean has to say about that.
What are you gonna say? Like 12.5? 12.5, I gave him 12.5 million.
What's up? Did y'all get to the bottom of it?
No, Sean came with a fact check article, and I fact checked the fact check and got to very, very specifics on what I was talking about. Okay, so now let's move on from that post. So, okay, my post is not an endorsement for Trump at all. It's just a daggone Facebook post. I don't even mention Trump name in this one. That's
now, just hold on. I'm just trying to fix the account. Just hold on. I'm finna give you a grill. Just hold on.
Okay,
We ain't finna play that game. You played on these people's emotion. We ain't gonna play that game.
No, I ain't playing on.
Let me say this. So was it do you feel like what you did, you gave a critique on the political parties and how they deal with us, and it wasn't an endorsement?
With Biden. Yeah, I'm strictly dealing with Biden, and I wasn't endorsing Trump. I said, right. No, I do not like Trump. Everybody act like I didn't say that on the Facebook post.
Right.
Right. Because I knew they were going to die.
So you can't, basically, we can't critique Biden. If we critique Biden, then that means that we for Trump.
Right. That's what they're trying to say, which is crazy. That's Sean. I call that blackly black. Sean on the blackly black train with that. And he don't even like.
You lie.
Hold up now. Who is they? Because I didn't say all of that.
Yeah, you said I was riding for Trump. You did say that, CK.
Hold up. I said that was Trump. I said that's what Sean was trying to say. All I said was that, hey, you were doing too much.
How was that doing too much explaining what happened? Like, I'm supposed to be able to do that, man. Sean, no, Sean don't even like Trump,
I
nobody.
just don't understand why are we pitting them two against each other? Like why? I don't.
Right, I
I
didn't.
don't know. I think because I moved on
No,
from them two parties years ago, so it's just like I don't see the
right.
point.
Why is we defending white people? We supposed to be
Yeah,
the blackity black crowd.
Not me.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying why
Why,
we
why is we
defending
defending
Trump
white people getting a
when
job?
he ain't done
Like,
nothing?
who-
Are you trying to defend Biden? And it's like, yo, he pretty much was riding the coattail of the things that Obama was doing when he was in office.
right?
Oh, you
And
tripping.
then
Yeah,
you got some
that's
people
a
that
good
want us to
point.
have our own party, but it's like, yo, we only 13% of the population. Who the fuck we finna get into office with 13% of the population? And then like some of that can't vote because they're felons unless they get their rights reinstated. And then a portion of those black people that's in this country, they ain't even from this country. So they may not even agree with what we trying to do. So I think, me personally, I think that we need to vote for a party that's pushing for things that affect us. That's why I say that those progressive policies, like the ones like the Green Party is pushing for, like I mentioned earlier, is stuff that directly affect us. Free education. Who don't want free education? Yo, killing the debts that people got for colleges. Yo, I owe 30K in student loans. Yo, I ain't never paying that off. Man, I'm gonna die before I pay that off, yo. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it's so many things that they're pushing for that affect us directly, but it affects all of us, not just us, but white people, Hispanic people,
Well,
even people that that
ACJ,
are immigrating into this country, it affects them too. But it's stuff that people
ACJ,
want, and that's for their benefit.
right? But let me give you this one. You, the way that you support those parties, right, is not really trying to get them in the office. What you do is you support them so their message get out there, so the Democrats and Republicans got to deal with the issues that they bring up. Most of they'll never get in to the presidency. That's not gonna happen, but they can get their issues right out, so people get that's the real, that's how
Like
you really,
reparations.
yeah, like what, like
And
if
how
they
long have
ever
we been
get,
talking about reparations, Chef?
I mean, I
For a
don't know
long
how long
time,
the black
right?
people, I don't know.
So it's hard for me to
I
kind
just
of
thought,
agree with you, Chef. Black people been bringing up reparations for the longest. They've been having to deal with this issue for the longest, and they haven't felt the need to cave to Black people's votes just for that.
right.
So it's kind of hard for me to believe, to think that, oh, if they have to talk about this issue, they're all of a sudden going to try to pander to Black people. Like I'm telling you, these people have specialists on their team. They know how many people are in this country. They know how many of these people can vote. And they have historians on their team. They know how people that are from certain demographics, how they vote. This is why there's been a slow push for the past 8 years. There's been this slow push towards them going towards pandering the Hispanics.
Oh
They
yeah, I
know that we
definitely
don't
agree
have
with
no
you.
voting power.
Right, you're 100% on that. You're 100% on that. I wouldn't say we don't have no voting power. That's crazy to say that.
I
You
mean,
know what I
not
mean? But
none. I think that's not fair. My bad. I need to take that back. That's not fair.
yeah,
We do
no.
have some voting power, but it's not
No.
enough.
Is the same as the Latino vote, right? We have the same amount of power and probably a little bit more than the Latino vote, but they trying to galvanize the Latino vote because in time that could be a bigger voting block. That's the issue, and is basically, it's basically like they know they got us in the pocket, the Democrats, and the
Oh
Republicans
yeah.
feel like black people are going to vote Democrat regardless. So they're both vying for the Latino population, right? Because they both feel like that could be the swing that can, you know what I mean, that can counterweight the black vote. You feel me? So they're both jostling for position with the Latino vote because, truth be told, blacks are more conservative than they give us credit for. I'm gonna say that again. Blacks are more conservative than they give us credit for. We just vote one way too much. But if you talk to a black person about their political, if you
line up. When I was in school, we did a survey, right? And political science. And what they did was, you know, it wasn't no right or wrong. You just read the issue and you check yay and nay. And most of us black people, once we did the survey, we was considered conservatives. You feel me? But the Democrats and the liberals, they, you know, go a completely different way, and we don't even think about the issues. We just vote Democrat regardless. You feel me? We don't care about, you know what I mean? Black people are for their own businesses. You feel me? We're for less taxation. They are conservative issues. You know what I mean? They're conservative points of contention. But you know, we just vote Democrat. It's crazy. It's like they got us in a stranglehold. You know what I mean? We vote Democrat regardless. You feel me? If we see a Democrat and a Republican on a ticket, we're going to vote Democrat. We don't have to know the issues or anything. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah. No problem. You're absolutely correct. And you was right when you came on saying why we argued about two white men. That was my whole point, was not to argue against two white men. I even said that on Unc's post. Like, why are we even involved in these two people at all? And CK can attest to that because she made the Green Party comment, and I simply said it right behind her Green Party comment. So the deal back to get back to this crime bill, since Unc wanted to butter everything up, and I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to play on y'all emotions because that's not the type of researcher that I am. I'm going to stick to the actual evidence. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sell it to y'all like Unc was selling to y'all. So I'm going to just keep it short and deal with the some things that you heard Unc spit out or spew out in his so-called fact-checking the fact checker. So the Biden on the 94 crime bill, I'm going to keep it simple.
Moving on to the $1 billion thing.
I'm not done.
I know, man.
Don't try to move the goalposts on me.
Moving on to the HBOs.
No.
Been too long on this.
Hey, I was working. Look, I'm just gonna make it quick. Did he have Democrat support? Yes, he had Democrat support, but guess who else supported? Guess who else supported him? If you go out and indict this dude, we also got to indict our own, because he had Black Caucus and African American leader support about this bill. He did. Now,
they did.
If we go indict him, we got to indict our Black leaders who was also involved in pushing this. Now,
niggas be wrong all the time. We don't got no problem with niggas be wrong. You know what I mean?
Right. So the crime bill worked in some areas, but it failed in others. That's true. The violent crime rate was cut in half in America. Now, the Republican opposition, he said, listen to this. It was opposed by Republican people like Mitch McConnell, not because they thought it was too tough, because they thought it was too soft. Now, even your boy, I keep saying your boy, but I'm just speaking in general, Trump even said that the 94 crime bill was too soft. And he said this in 2000 when he wrote that book. Now, they felt they dedicated too much money to things like prevention. Remember, they had those prisoners dancing in touches saying Biden wants to have after school programs. Biden wants to have prevention programs. Now, so let's see if that's true. We're going to get to that. Now, drug courts, assault weapons ban. He said, I also wrote into law drug courts. Anyone arrested for a drug problem because they're addicted should be diverted into a drug court, not into a prison system. Now we can back that up, Unc, if you want me to be a little bit more specific with this actual information. Now I'm trying to get through here, because you were saying some things like why these white people they getting all this stuff and why we ain't. Now we can't just put all that on the crime bill. Now in 94, the law provided $1 billion for drug courts for over 6 years. That was a problem because shoot, that money ran out real quick. It included my Violence Against Women Act, which I wrote. It included strengthening the Brady Bill on background checks, eliminated assault weapons. And then he had the mandatory minimum 3 strikes. The Republicans didn't like the fact that we removed mandatory minimums for first-time offenders. And then he said the Biden bill. The bill also includes things I didn't like. He said, I didn't support the provision the president wanted in the call 3 strikes and you're out. Didn't support it then, don't support it now. Let's move on a little bit further. He says, Biden, I didn't support any mandatory minimums. He's clear on that. So more money for prisons. I didn't support more money to build state prisons. I was against it. We should be building rehab centers and not prisons. And that's where he at real quick on that. Now, I do have other information to elaborate on that, but if you want to go in a whole nother direction, I'm gonna mute out.
All right, now, so I want to move on to my next post. All right, hold on. So, all right, so to let y'all know, none of my posts am I cheerleading for Donald Trump at all. Then I did a video, I say I don't like being controlled by the color of my skin, meaning don't be a white boy, tell me if I don't vote for you that I ain't black or I ain't black enough. I don't like that. As if I'm some kind of ignorant person that can be controlled based off of comments and color of skin. So we fought against getting mistreated because of the color of our skin. Don't turn it around and try to use it as a ploy to make me deal with you or follow you. Make your policies as such. That goes for everybody. Make the policies right. Then I'll follow you. I don't care if you white, black, or green. I'm past the blackity black. Because last time I checked, the Black Power ambulance didn't come get me when I got shot. The Black Power medevac didn't come get me when I got shot. The Black Power hospital wasn't open. The Black Power police department didn't come get me when I got shot up. They just didn't do it and it didn't happen. Okay, so I don't want to hear all that. So I don't trust people because they're a certain color. I trust people because they've earned my trust. I had to learn to get there. It takes time, you know? So I don't put everybody in one damn category. It begins to be ridiculous. So my video was on the point that why are these Democrats fighting so hard to act like all of a sudden black is right? I don't like the game they playing. They're the Ku Klux Klan in the damn hood hiding. I don't like that, and I don't like so the Republicans. You got two groups, two racist supremacist groups. One got on the hood and one got the hood off. One hiding their hand, Biden, right, and the other one just outright with it. Okay, so I get the goddamn thing. Let me go to the next post. I read that one. I simply said, my man Joe. I said, my man Joe. We voting for you, or should I? All right, and that talked about the crime bill in the Washington Post, how early Biden crime bill created sentencing disparity in crack cocaine. We know that because the man apologized for that. That's need to stay right there. He apologized for that. Okay. My next one was Biden was responsible for a provision in the 1986 crack law, which came to be viewed as one of the most racially slanted sentencing policies on record. Yes, it was. A rule that treated crack cocaine as significantly worse than powder cocaine and ended up disproportionately punishing African Americans and sending them to prison, but sparing white Americans who typically use cocaine. And he told black people, if they don't vote for him, they not black. Disrespectful. By the time Joe and Camilla win, we all be in jail. She was a prosecutor. Well, my lovely aunt told me, well, she was a prosecutor, but she didn't give him the time. Yeah, but she set him up to get that damn time. All right. So none of this post is in. Okay, here's the one we want to get you, Sean, right here.
Now, hold on. Before you get off that, so you're basically saying that Biden said if you're not black, if you don't vote for him, right?
He ain't say that. I thought he
said.
No,
I'm asking.
I thought he said that. Sean.
Because Trump made similar comments to people saying that the Democrats think that they're going to get the black vote, and when it comes to that, when they bring up that information about the crime bill, they ain't gonna get the black vote when he get done with them.
Yeah, that's a little different.
So they both playing that race, that card. They both are. So that's the other reason why I say I ain't for both of them, because they both playing the game. They playing on people's emotion. So I'm being very, very careful with that because I don't, you know, Trump has been saying a whole bunch of, you know, outlandish stuff.
All right, so let's
But
read it.
let's get to your 250 million. Come on, yeah, run that.
When you want to run all over, but watch this. Why I always like my damn words, because I got a lot of snipers around me. I don't want to be the one to get shot. It say President Donald Trump signed a bipartisan, niggas need to put the word bipartisan bill that will permanently provide more than 250 million a year to the nation's historically black colleges and universities, along with dozens of other institutions that serve large shares of minority students. Then I go, Biden been in politics for about 40 years. Name something he has done to directly affect black people. That's all I did. I said, did Donald Trump sign a bill? Yup. Was it bipartisan? Yeah. Did he do the stuff? Say, yeah. So y'all can beat up all y'all want, but he did sign a damn bill, and it was bipartisan. Other people.
All right. So let's go to government. Let's go to government contracting.
Let me finish though. But the Post was really saying, I wanted people to tell me what Biden had actually done for us besides lock our ass up. That's really the meaning of the Post. Everybody, watch this. Nobody on the Post. Maybe CK tried, right? CK and my man Talib, what they did was they connected Biden to the president. To the so-called black president.
But you did that with basically the crime bill. Yeah, he drafted it in the Senate, but he ain't the one who passed. He ain't the one who passed that thing through the House and put it in the hands of the president.
He drafted.
So if you're gonna tie Biden to the crime bill all the way through, you got to tie Biden all the way through on the other issue that CK brought up and the one that I just mentioned, because black people weren't getting government. They wasn't getting grants like that. And Monica can come on here and attest and tell you that we wasn't in the game like that for these government contracts. These people were saving it for themselves. So we have to look, if we're going to give him that win, we got to do that with that too. That's why I said I'm staying down the middle. I ain't going left, I ain't going right. I ain't swerving, I ain't swinging and banging, none of that. Don't be trying to distract me and throw up Kofi Kalawai book.
Kawhi's trip to the motherland.
Kalawai.
Ooh.
Kalawai. Yeah, it's a Gullah Geechee name.
Kalawai's trip to the motherland and African education, music and instruments by Kofi Pasa. There you go, y'all.
So are we just gonna roll over the fact that Aunt said that Obama was a so-called black person?
Yeah, he was a mixed.
We're gonna roll over that.
Yeah, we're gonna roll over that. So anyway, the point I want to make is that the person that wrote this is responsible for the wrote the shit, dropped the shit out. Joe done on that, yo. Man. You gonna blame me, bro? Yeah, we gonna blame him. You can't say, oh man, but he wrote it. He wrote it. That's funny, yo. Joe, get him, Joe, boy. Lock him up, Joe. I'm gonna call him Lock him up, Joe, boy. Joe did that, man. All right, so okay. Go ahead, CK. Are you saying that the black president, is that what you're trying to say in the halls of science? Go ahead.
No, I don't know what you got going on. You're doing some other craziness this week.
He's a black president, yo. He's the first black
president. You said so-called.
Because he's not black. He's mixed. He's mixed heritage. His mother was a European, and he came out the womb of his mother.
Why would you say so-called? Why wouldn't you say that?
That's what I said. He's not, because they say he's a black president. He's not a black president. He's a mixed heritage president.
We ain't talking about what other people said. We're talking about what you said, sir.
I'm saying he's not black. He's mixed, is what I'm saying. Camila, she's not black. She's mixed. She's an Asian mixed because the continent of India is in Asia, right? And she's Jamaican. Whatever the hell, that's 90. Jamaican is 90% people from Africa. So that's what she is. She's not black. She's mixed. She's half and half. That's okay. I'm not voting her for her skin color. But they played that game for us. That's what I'm not liking. So I think you had the bomb of the show, the Green Party. I think that was very intelligent. I think we need to start looking into that. I think we need to read that. And that's the best shit that came.
Some people think it's a waste of time, but
no, it's not.
I don't know. You might want to look. They've been winning political seats in some states.
Black people can turn the tide on that if we start dealing with something that really, so that really sounds like it speaks to our issues. Okay, so that's important to get on board. And if white people like black people so much like they do now, then y'all jump aboard and we start voting that. Let's see how much they like you. Let's see how much Black Lives Matter on that one. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm with them if they're gonna vote Democrat and Republican. I ain't with them with the Green. I bet you. They're not going to do that with you. All right, let me stop. Interesting. What's up? I'm Sosa. What's good, man? What it do?
Ain't much, man. I jumped on to catch the bill. I was like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on because I'm like, it said, support Trump. Seemed like Sean saving Biden. I'm trying to figure out there's a damn tug of war going on. I'm trying.
Nah. So I was only arguing. Forget Biden, take him out of the picture. I was only trying to deal with the actual crime bill and what it did do and what it didn't do, because people are unclear on what it did and what it didn't do and who they want to orchestrate credit for that. Everybody want to give Biden credit for that, but Clinton takes ownership of the bill and was proud of the bill himself. He was the president. So it had to go through not only it got to pass the Senate and the House to get to him. He didn't veto it. So, you know what I'm saying? They had to go through two parts of Congress in order to get on his desk for him to sign it and tout his chest about it. And so that's what I was dealing with. I wasn't trying to deal with the two people because I don't like neither one of them. They both playing on our ignorance.
I can't tell.
I feel that though, but it's like, like even that article you read, like when it just speaks to the raw numbers like that, when you don't unpack the layers, you take away the sting of how visceral that bill was. Like when Uncle was talking about
but I had more information though, because I got like 6 sources.
Yeah, but it turns to 3 strikes.
I got more on the mass incarceration. I got it.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about it's deeper than just the people being incarcerated. It's just that them folks ain't coming home. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't speak to the sentence and how long these people are in jail. These white people are getting locked up when they come home versus when these black people, African Americans come home. So that's the visceral nature of the bill that's kind of getting overlooked when you just deal with it specifically just in raw numbers.
Where you at? Dig? Can't hear you, Sosa.
Oh yeah. I was making that point. Like just as far as that raw, we just give the raw numbers without unpacking that 3 strike, that mandatory minimum, which is very, very serious, man. If people understand dealing with law, that mandatory minimum is serious. And when you just unpack them numbers, my cousin just came home. He went in when he was 17, 34 years old. Just came home a few months ago. See what I'm saying? So it's not just about being incarcerated. It's not giving them a chance to have reform, rehabilitate themselves, because they gone for good. And that's the visceral nature of the crime bill that he's apologizing for, not just the numbers. Yeah, for these non-violent crimes. Yeah, that's the spill. But go ahead. Y'all still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. CK, I feel you on the Green Party too, but that, I'm with that. Go ahead. Going in and out. Let me switch up.
All right. Can I hear anybody else?
Yo, that's all I was trying to say earlier on, is that, if you conflicted about voting for Democrats and Republicans, vote Green Party. Why not?
Right. You ain't got nothing to lose.
They're not getting caught up in racist rhetoric or saying borderline racist stuff or supporting all of these white supremacists and white nationalist groups. You don't see them doing that. They ain't been for years, pretending like they're for Black people like the Democratic Party has been when they're really just about getting your vote. They ain't been doing stuff like that. Their agenda is very specific. It's always been about social justice, trying to protect the environment, trying to get rid of some of these harmful policies like sending people to jail for using drugs instead of getting them help, them states benefiting off of these private prisons, not making sure everybody has a right to get an education if they want to, stuff like that. Making sure everybody have health care.
Yeah, but
that's something that affects everybody, that everybody wants and cares about.
There's a strategy though with that Green Party though. It's not just you gotta.
Come on, Sosa, you need to repeat what you said, yo, because you was done. You said your cousin came home and it's about what? And you start breaking up from there, bro.
No, I said my cousin went in when he was 17. So he came back. He just got out a few months ago, 34 years old. So I was talking about, it's not just about getting arrested. It's about that sentence and how long it is before they come back. So when you look at those numbers, the numbers ain't telling you how long they're in there and when they come back home. And that's very, very important.
Yeah, why? So they put alphabet on a nigga that was selling drugs. Like, why? When? I gotta do 30 years or something because come on, yo, I'm saying nonviolent crime. How many people got locked up for marijuana, yo? Now they want to change it back. Think about how many Black people got locked up for marijuana, yo.
20 years.
Like, think about that. Really let that focus. Huh? Your phone is crazy, boy. Can't hear you, yo.
Yeah, I went on mute because you had froze. I thought it was me, so I went on mute real quick. TK, is it me or can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So it got to be then, because I'm 5G. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, because is going out. Yeah, it's going out back and forth out. I'm like, you can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you now. Damn, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I think you was froze a little while ago, so I muted out. I'm thinking it's me.
Oh, that was me on that one, yo. So, all right, man. I said all I had to say, man. We ain't. Hey, Sean, you stop protecting Biden, yo.
Man, you was over there with all them old Trump supporting posts. I thought you was YP for a minute trying to get some funds. I didn't know if you was trying to get some GoFundMe. You needed to add your GoFundMe and Cash App to your post. The way you was capping for Trump.
I was just beating up Biden. So beating up Biden is capping for Trump. All right, next week I'm gonna beat up Trump. All right.
Hey, but we got a tough decision though. Like we gonna have to put somebody in. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be man up time. Like, who you rocking with? You know what I'm saying? Do we want 4 more Trump, or we want to let Biden drive this car? You feel me?
You know what? I'm under the impression.
Go ahead.
I'm under the impression that we're in the middle of a war and a pandemic, right? So we already know what to expect out of Trump. We don't know what the hell to expect out of Biden. We know he's gonna get us locked up. We can expect both of them too. We can expect that. But as far as his policies and dealing with this pandemic, least I can say, using science, they have determined how many deaths they are willing to accept. At least I can say that you had a choice to make: either keep this motherfucker closed down, right? Which which was best to stop the spread of the coronavirus if you don't go nowhere, right? And the whole damn economy just fall flat on its face, nothing being opened up at all ever, hospitals, the whole 9 yards, because you know, people are still dying now from coronavirus, they dying from other ailments. People still need hospital care. They need all that. Regular things are still happening. Normal things are still happening, okay? All this. So there's a fine balance between how long you want to keep shut down and how long you need to open it up. And my thing is, we know for sure that the Democrats, one, was fighting against shutting the borders down early in the game, okay? When this particular leadership was trying to close the shit down, you had people arguing them down. The borders and all that nonsense. Come on, man. Any reasonable country has borders, man. It's just being in America, you got a right to run your mouth about it. In other places, there ain't nobody saying nothing about that. Like the damn borders get closed down, the borders closed down. But you know, in America, man, you get the right to fight for it. You don't have to wear a mask. They can't make you do nothing in America. So I wonder what the Democrats would do. Because remember, they was fighting for early closure for the borders. Am I right or wrong, Adam Sosa? Was they not calling Trump crazy and all that when he was trying to close the borders to China and all that? Am I wrong or right on that?
Yeah. They were saying it was kind of like racist to a degree. Hey, Chatty Patty say, so the pandemic, you want us to vote for the anti-science candidate?
Yeah, that's another point, though. And I think we stop acting like we live in Russia, though. So in Russia, if Putin or man, what's his name, man? Stalin. With Stalin, he went against science, and they damn near starved to death. He went pseudoscience, and they starved to death. Watch the third show on Cosmos, and they talk about that. A very good show. But in America, your president can talk all that talk. He's just one person, y'all. Stop acting like we live in a dictatorship. Y'all getting caught up here. Y'all forgetting, must I pull a graph out on how America governmental system is set up? It's set up so one crazy nigga like Trump can't bring the whole damn thing down. Y'all gotta know that, man. Like, why don't y'all understand that? So he can be anti-science all he wants. There's enough people in that White House, there's enough senators, enough congressmen to know better. And I heard him repeatedly say over and over again in the quote unquote debate, well, the vice president, because the other debate, they went saw that on it. So we didn't know what the hell they were talking about. All right. He was saying we're gonna follow the science. That's enough for me to say we're gonna follow the science. What more do I want him to do? That don't mean he doesn't understand the science. That's not a prerequisite to be a president, is to be, on board with us with the science. I hate to tell y'all that. I know we want it that way. We want all our leaders to be scientifically literate. That's not what it is. Okay? So he's not a dictator. We don't have that type of system, no matter what y'all say. We don't have that here. So that one guy being anti-science, you know what I'm saying? He can't bring something into being that's anti-science. He could try, he could talk there, put the pressure, play the game. Nobody's listening to him. When he got sick with coronavirus, nobody listened to Trump and the shit he was talking about. Think about it. He didn't get none of it, the hydrocodone thing. He didn't get that, y'all. But why didn't he? He talked about he big up it. We got bottles of it around. Why didn't he get that, y'all? Wouldn't he have to stay off his own medical care based off what y'all saying? It would seem like it. No, they wasn't listening to that. He went to the doctors like everybody else would. Nobody's listening to you when you go to the doctor sick. They're not gonna give you a pseudo drug. They're not listening to you. You can't lose their license.
Yeah,
okay.
Hey, it's an ugly conversation. Took it to chat going crazy. Like, man, you got a lot of Republican energy going on right now. The chat going crazy. But listen, I feel it's like this. It's like,
hold on, yo. Let me just say this. Because, you know what I'm saying, they're not reasonable people. And reasonable people understand that we do not live in a dictatorship. Like, if that's going for Republicans or whatever the hell y'all saying, then nigga put me on that side because I ain't following the crowd. The crowd is dumb at this point. Y'all know that.
You said we're not in a dictatorship?
Of course not. Come on, yo. All right.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still on the fence.
Go ahead, CK.
I'm like, go ahead.
So just curious. Have you not noticed that our country has been slowly turning into a fascist state for the past, like, what? 10 years? Damn near 10 years?
Explain what a fascist state is.
I mean, yeah, y'all ain't never see, y'all ain't never, I don't know, we're not familiar with Nazi Party and how they kind of were running their country.
Really? Adolf Hitler? Okay, you know what? All right.
I mean, that's the more extreme end. That's the more extreme end, but our country's been slowly going towards that way.
Really?
Just think about it for a second.
Okay.
I'll give you an example, real quick example.
All right.
So y'all notice that people have been protesting about various different things in this country for really ever. But you see how those people were treated on Wall Street when they were protesting back then after the whole housing crash and all that recession back in 2008. And then don't forget as well in 2016, how the Indians, the Native Americans were being treated when they were protesting a company now, a damn company trying to drag a oil pipeline through their land, contaminating their water. You see how those people were treated. And then you see how things have been going for the past couple years.
Hold on for one.
The Native Americans.
All right, hold on. One quick. Hey, shout out to King of the Craft, man. What's up, bro? You in here, man? You in here. King of the Craft. That's my man right there, yo. He did a lot of videos for me, man. When y'all see me beating up Seti and Pharaoh on him, that's that man work right there, man. Support his channel, man. King of the Craft. Go ahead. Okay, fascist state.
Anyway.
Them say that.
Yeah, basically it's ultra, it's ultra authoritative. You know what I mean? Look at how people that have been protesting for the past couple years about injustice and the way that Black people have been treated when it comes to police.
Okay.
Like I said, country it's slow, but it's slowly turning towards fascism. Look at how the different states. I was talking about this on Brother Coach One, his Facebook live stream the other day ago. And about how a lot of these states, check y'all laws in your states, y'all. The unlawful assembly laws. Type something similar to that in your search bar in regards to your state. A lot of these states are putting out basically laws that violate the Constitution. And like certain social groups, they're speaking out against it. But of course, ain't nobody doing nothing about it.
Really?
So I'll give you even a more specific example to narrow it down even more. In Michigan, you know that they've been protesting up at it, huh?
Give me the one law. We want evidence at this point. Like you tell me,
what's up? Keyword of what I said. I didn't say we are a fascist country. I said we're slowly going towards fascism.
I know.
It doesn't happen all at once. Even Germany, it didn't start out as a fascist country.
No, I agree. I'm saying, but it wasn't a democracy neither, though. They definitely started off with dictatorship.
I mean, it was until the Nazi Party took over, and they just started doing all kind of crazy stuff. But it was too late. They had control.
No, it
was never democracy.
Yeah. Well, not really democracy, but people were voting over them. Yeah, it was a coup.
Yeah.
That's why I said he took over. Like it was done. It was over.
Yeah, you can't run no coup in America. Over here, you can't.
But I was just using that as an example as to me making the claim that we're slowly going towards fascism. And I was going to say in Michigan, huh?
You hear that? That sounds like some.
In Michigan, I'm using it as an example. So in Michigan, they have tweaked some of their laws in regards to unlawful assembly. And I almost want to look it up so I can read it.
What is it based? Is it based on because of what we're going through right now? Like, what is it based on? Like, what's the context for them creating the law?
Yeah, what law is it that's against the law? I ain't seen that happen. When they start doing that in America?
Hold on. I'm going to pull it up exactly. I'm looking through my history real quick.
All right. Y'all got, what, people in the chat room, man, y'all got to stop it, man. I put the dag on. Y'all get to speak y'all piece, man. Y'all can talk all this shit.
I'm surprised Haskell ain't jump on and try to fight you. Haskell normally fight you every time.
No, I don't fight me. CK said we live in a fascist state, like Germany.
I said going towards fascism, sir.
CK King of the Crab say you sound like Antifa.
You sound like that was funny as shit. You know, white people be saying it was a fascist state. Now, what the hell? All right, man. All right.
Yeah, we way too liberal. If anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, they going overboard with no, I won't say overboard, but we extremely liberal, extremely liberal.
What you say?
I think I found it. Trying to make sure I got the right one.
According to vote.
Okay, this is good. Boom, I'm gonna screen share real quick.
Make your right to vote.
Chatty Patty.
Still drunk from that whipping he got on that water. You still
Hey man.
Yeah, I own that. I own
my
that.
screen on?
Yeah, put it on the screen, CK.
Y'all see my screen? So I'm gonna give you an example of a few laws that we got in place that definitely violate the Constitution. And like I said, certain groups, certain social justice groups have been calling out certain states for doing this. And I'll give you an example. And I'm not gonna try to hunt for it because it may take me a minute. But my
hold on
state,
now.
I live in Florida.
Enacted?
No, I think the law was already in place, but it was tweaked a year ago. It was tweaked. Certain wording was changed. So everybody should be familiar with our First Amendment right, freedom of speech and our freedom to, peacefully assemble and protest, against our government, whatever, who doing whatever. We have a right to do that as American citizens. But there is a provision in the Constitution that allows states to come up with their own laws. And a lot of these laws end up pretty much contradicting the Constitution. But it's up to the federal government whether they stop them from basically putting forward this law. So if you look here, the unlawful assembly law, when 3 or more persons assemble, each person is guilty of unlawful assembly, which is a misdemeanor, if the assembly is either 1, with the intent to commit any unlawful act by force. How do you know what the hell people are intended to do? You can just assume. 2, with the intent to carry out any purpose in such a manner as will to disturb or threaten the public peace. Or 3, without lawful purpose, but the participants so conduct themselves in a disorderly manner as to disturb or threaten the public peace. I want y'all to focus on number 2 and number 3. Chat and panel included.
And y'all don't want to know this. You don't even want to know this.
Hold on. Think real quick. Think in your heads real quick. What happens during a protest? When people are protesting, I don't care how peaceful you are. If you get like 100 or more people out there peacefully protesting, you definitely disturbing the peace, because all of y'all can't stand on the darn sidewalk. So you're going to be standing in the road. You're going to be standing in the street. You're going to be in front of the courthouse or whatever, the police department, whatever you're going to be in front of, protesting, saying, hey, we do not like this new law that you put in place that's affecting us. Yo, this police officer unjustly just killed someone. Why are they still walking around free? Blah, blah, blah. Under this law, I'm using the Minnesota one as an example. They can say that all of these people that are out here peacefully protesting, they're not rioting, they're not throwing anything, they're not trying to hurt the officers or try to loot the buildings or whatever. But because more than 3 people are together, they don't even have to all be in an organization. It's just people from the community. Y'all all just happen to just be there. And you intend. How do you know what somebody is intending to do? Or you carry out in a manner that will disturb the peace. It's disturbing the peace. You blocking the road. The protest can go on all day, all night. And then let's just say you have one person, for example. Let's say one person comes to this protest, and when they come to this protest, they are instigating something, or they throw something in the crowd, or start a fight, or whatever. Now this peaceful protest, something violent just took place. So now they can arrest everybody that's there. And that's what's happening in some of these states. And I'm gonna get, and if you want, I'll even show you a video in Minnesota that happened this past week where people were peacefully protesting. And they arrested everybody.
So call them at 800.
Because Derek Chauvin, he got released from jail. He got released on bond.
BK, let's unpack that. Let's just, you go so long, let's unpack some of it.
Oh my gosh, man. Let's unpack the first. It says when there, well, hold on, when it says when
somebody mute out background. Somebody came in with their background.
Oh,
like Sonny.
Yeah, come on, son. All right. It says when 3 or more persons assemble, each participant is guilty of unlawful assembly, which is a misdemeanor. And then it explains if the assembly is, let's see, with intent to commit any unlawful act by force. Okay. So if you come out there like they was doing and throwing shit and doing all that, then yeah, that's an unlawful assembly. The next one, with intent to carry out any purpose in such manner as will disturb or threaten the public peace. I get that, because when I went out there, we didn't have a problem. We wasn't disturbing the peace. Everybody did their thing. It was cool. It's when it got late, the shit got stupid with the white people. Remember that, y'all? Nobody got locked up during the day. There was thousands of people out there during the day, and everybody knew when it started getting dark, everybody got to get up out of there because it's going to get crazy. That's what they was talking about that right there. Now, 3, without unlawful purpose, but the participants so conduct themselves in a disorderly manner as to disturb or threaten the public peace. Okay, so what's wrong with that, CK? That's to stop people from just tearing down shit. But go ahead, Adam Sosa.
Yeah, and you know, it's just a misdemeanor. It's just a misdemeanor. Like you can get a ticket for that. They could just ticket you. You can just go on about your way.
Yeah,
it's not like
So you saying that's against the Constitution? To be out there,
everybody's okay with this. Everyone's okay with this. Little group of black people be trying to protest against something, and this happens to them. Y'all gonna be like, "Oh, this is not right." Blah 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 blah. Because, like I said, in my state, Florida, our governor think he's slick, yo. Right before, a couple of days before that verdict came through on Breonna Taylor, he pushed a law into effect that is called the Police Protection Act here in Florida. Literally, he pushed it through a couple of days before that verdict came through. Basically saying that, yo, we are arresting people, we are giving them minimum 6 months in jail. If they throw something at an officer, hit an officer, assemble in a group or whatever. It doesn't say protest. It says the same kind of language as this. You assemble in a group or whatever, and it turns violent, or we tell y'all to leave and you don't, blah, blah, blah. And it's trust me, the bill is way worse than what I'm saying, because I'm not saying everything that's in it.
All right. So
like I said, states around the country are creating little loopholes like this, and the language is just so general that I'm telling you, yo, what happened in Minnesota about a week ago. And like I said, I'll throw the video in the chat if y'all want to watch it. You're going to see the video. It's an independent news lady recording everything. They're out there peacefully protesting against Derek Chauvin being released out on bail. The police are telling them to leave the area. They're telling them, we don't have to leave. We are exercising our right, our First Amendment right to freedom of speech.
Okay.
And they're telling them, hey, you have to leave. Y'all need to back up. So people started backing up. And they said, hey, you need to leave the area. And people started yelling in the video. You could see the people on the video looking around like, yo, where can we go? They had them surrounded. When you see when her cameraman panned the camera, they have them completely surrounded, yo. Where the hell was they supposed to go?
The jail.
So as they're backing up, following their orders, they backing up. The police ran up, arrested everybody.
Yeah, it seemed like they did that on purpose, CK. That's the cops and
they arrested everybody. Now they let the one black group go. Let them go. It was the one black group of organizers that I guess were part of this organization. They were finna arrest them too. And they threatened to arrest the camera lady. And she's like, yo, like, I'm an independent news network. We're just here reporting what's going on here.
So now you protecting white people, CK? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
What?
I don't think you funny, yo.
Protect all the black people got away, but god damn it, they locked them white people up. God damn it, god damn. All right, yo, let me.
No, I was just making sure that I was being, giving out accurate information, because I initially said that everybody got locked up. That's why I had to make that clear that up and basically say that no, everyone didn't get locked up.
I wouldn't
That wasn't accurate.
DK, I wouldn't listen that long if I'd have known they just locked the white people up. I'd have got you. I wouldn't have listened to you. I ain't know that. Hey.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't see how this country is slowly turning because we're so focused on everything else. Like, look at Trump basically endorsing these white supremacist groups, these white nationalist groups.
Hold on, you got.
And then you see these states coming up with these laws like this.
Each state though is like their own country though. CK, he wouldn't even have to, like the Breonna Taylor case. He could wait for that to drop. He could still make his move because each state operates independently.
Yeah, that's real. He just did what America wants, so that's what America wants. Hey, where you at, Troya? Where you at? What's up?
I'm right here. I was in the chat and got an invite. I was talking about how America already is headed down a fascist path.
Hey, what's his name in the chat? What's your name in the chat?
There's actually a book about it too.
Mick Jägermeister.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think CK is hinting at it, even though they're advocating for the Green Party, which we all kind of know that most of these parties don't understand the inextricable nature of race and class when we're talking about Black folks in America, right, or Black folks around the world. When we're talking about like ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, that's like a nationalist movement, and when most of or most of my teachers, like the Black Panthers and stuff, when they talked about Black folks in America, it was always rooted in internationalism. The idea that America was just one stop on the boat, and that Black folks were, dropped off in lots of places, but we all still Africans, right? Just like Ankh likes to talk about. So, when we talk about fascism in America, it's pretty easy to see that like Donald Trump's the 1776 commission or whatever, and calling the press the enemy of the state, and calling anti-fascists, which is an ideology, not like a group, calling anti-fascists anti-American, calling them terrorists, domestic terrorists and whatnot, is obviously leaning towards fascism. I mean, I don't know how many more clues we need. You know what I'm saying? We can follow the footsteps of fascism. We can learn from past movements like Mussolini. We can learn from the Nazi Party. We can learn from fascist movements everywhere. That that's the direction that it's heading.
Let's stop though. But see, you giving examples. You're not giving an example of a democratic society that went fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you already starting out at a faulty premise. So the conclusion gonna be wrong. Yeah. But and I'll fight you on that ADOS thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but listen to this though. So the thing you say about Trump, right, and what he's doing to support this fascist movement, right? So, what happens if Biden and Kamala win? Do they still follow the same footsteps as Trump?
In my opinion, they do. As Joe Biden has shown before, white supremacy.
They're gonna call the media the enemy of the state, like Trump, like the example you gave. You think they're following those same footsteps?
Yeah, I think they have. They've shown it before. To Joe Biden has constantly said that not to believe the media when he was vice president under Barack Obama. When they were dispelling rumors, when Barack Obama and his administrations did all those bombings, did all of the claiming Assad Shakur as like the top 10 terrorist list and all those other things, and dispelling the media.
All right, so then you think there ain't no difference between the Democratic and Republican parties. They're going to keep pushing the same agenda, the fascist movement. That's basically what you're saying. Like they're locked in step.
I think that they're locked in step, not with rhetoric, but yeah, with the practices, the way we see like Black folks subjugated in America. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see ADOS movement
you're wrong. There actually have been a couple of democratic nations that turned fascist, or fascism took over for a short period of time.
I said
and
that
I'm gonna throw a link to it in the chat.
No, I said that the examples he gave were not democratic states. He talked about Mussolini. Those were an example of democratic
Hold
states
up.
that went.
Yeah, what's the name of
These are a list of countries that were democratic that had fascism that took over for a short period of time. Australia, Canada, Belgium. Oh my God, these are all around the same time that the Nazis were kind of in power too.
Okay,
Ireland, Mexico, the Netherlands.
We want to read it. Where you reading from?
Wikipedia.
All right. What's the title of it?
I'm gonna throw it in the chat.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, you can't call the ADOS movement a fascist movement, man. I can't let him get out of here like that. That's just self-identifying.
I didn't say that they were a fascist movement. I said it was a nationalist movement. I said it was a nationalist movement.
No, but you link that to fascism, though.
Is.
You link that to fascism, bro. Yeah. We're trying to. That's just
like
African Americans trying to
there's
establish
a
an
whole
identity, bro.
book written on how this country is slowly turning into fascism. I read the book.
There's a whole book written on elbows, though. You can't just. You know what I'm saying? Like,
who wrote a book on elbows?
Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna find this book. I just put it in the YouTube chat.
Callaway ain't got no book on no elbows, yo.
Ivan Van Sertima.
Let them tell it. He
man, that book, I don't know none. That
David,
book don't validate.
David Imhotep.
He trash too.
Yeah. Whole book on that. Look at that, you know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Hold on, let's take a moment. Let's take a moment real quick. Let's deal with the Massey Warrior Presents From Spears to Pen, an historical survey, The Minds of African Warrior Scholars, Volume 2 by Kofi Passai Research Team. So we starting to phase out some of the old classics, right? These will become your new classics now. This is what we're doing. Simple as that. Ain't no good cause of that. So, you know what I'm saying? While everybody talking that talk, you know what I'm saying? Them brothers is walking that walk in fine fashion, man. These are good reads, man. All right? Make sure y'all get that. Y'all can see them on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can get them Black Dot Bookstore, Culture Center. Y'all can get them everywhere. Yo, they flooding the market with real information here, man. All right, man. So, you know, we appreciate the Kofi Passai Research Team. They also got the children books. It's, you know, it's real. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love having the conversations. And I love the diverse opinions. I think sometimes y'all crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I think I find it interesting when I'm beating up a white boy, y'all bring up a white. I think it's interesting. But, you know.
I say we beat up both of them at the same time. We're going to beat them up. We just can't pick one.
Definitely beat them up.
I agree. But damn, I'm driving down the focus one at a time. Shit.
He said, Uncle said they won't let him shoot the one. He tried to shoot the one. And Charlotte, hold on. Don't shoot him.
Don't shoot him till we get the other one at the site, man. Look, think about how they did Lumumba, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Think of how they did Lumumba, bro. They had Lumumba and his homeboys.
Dogged them. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how we gotta do them. We gotta do them like they did us. We gotta put them all together and shoot 100 shots into them.
Shit, I agree. Yeah, hold on while we at it, man. Real simple pamphlet right here. This is a simple one right here. Inspired by Dr. Ben's work, right? Chronology of Human Evolution. All right, it's my little joint right here, man. Short but sweet, to the point. Y'all get this. And find stores on Amazon and Black Dot Bookstore. Y'all get all over. All right. Yeah, man, I think I'm out of here, man. I think we did it for 2 hours. We don't want to go past that. All right, man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat. We had a lot of people in the chat today. All right, man. Boy, we had like over 100,000 in this joint. I appreciate that. I see you done. What's this? Lakeisha Dunn was out there. Water beat you up last week, though. I'm coming with the slideshow Saturday. Y'all make sure y'all support the Pseudo Killas Saturday and make sure y'all support us on tomorrow. We're going to be dealing with the All-Macs. We should be having somebody coming through trying to promote the All-Mac agenda. We're going to beat the brakes off of them.
Oh no, what time y'all doing that? Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah,
quick.
about 9:30. I want y'all in. I'll give them pending doom. We won't be studying for that. We'll just be ready and locked and cocked.
Take
Mika,
off.
my favorite Facebook person. Everything is everything. Appreciate you stopping through. Chatty Patty, you got beat down with that water, boy. I'm gonna finish you off Saturday though with the slideshow. I'm gonna get you out of here for real. Ross son, what's up with you? I see you, D. All right, I see you, B. Be kinda. I'm gonna say that right. I can't even read that. Be kinda. Was that 2 F's? Alexander.
Hey, we tap out on that water too, man. Don't be trying to overkill us on that, man. We tap out, bro.
No, I know
we
you
tapped out, bro.
BK, kinda. And we already know where Chatty Patty at. He just gonna keep getting beat up. So I'm gonna finish him off on that. You're done, son. You made me go. You made me go into the books. I wasn't trying to do it. I wasn't trying to go to the journals. I was trying to give you some light work. Sarah, I see you. What's up with you? Appreciate you. I am him. All right. It's all good. Who else we got in here? Man, I'm glad everybody came through, man. Ad Cha. You get that right. Yeah, man, y'all came through in force today. All right, man. Anusha, appreciate that support. And what is this? 0861. Dr. Renika Rashidi, you're a funny guy. Destroy. Is that Destroy? Yep, I see you. All right, man. Appreciate everybody. Hey, hold on, let me say this name right. I like sounding this. Alexander Davenport. You have to say that way. You can't say it no other kind of way. Dave B. All right. FreeTheGreen.com. He's probably said something stupid. They retracted the statement, got out of there quick. Hey, man, look, appreciate everybody came through, man. We're going to be back on here tomorrow, beating the brakes off of everybody thinking they Native Americans. And yeah, it's going to be a lashing, man. Hey, look, we out of here, man.